What's going on, Colts Nation? I'm Lawrence Owen. With me as usual, boy Loyalist, and we are here this Wednesday. Sorry, we got some soccer guys over here practicing behind us, but what, 2 more days?
Yes, sir.
Right?
Tomorrow.
Yep, 2 more days. We're gonna have a little bit of fun coming into this camp, preparing to go up against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers this Saturday. What are we looking at here today?
I'm really going to watch what the offensive line, because we've heard, whispers that they're going to try to shuffle these guys around. So I want to see who and where, who's right tackle, who's left tackle, who's moving in at the guard. Just really interested in seeing what they do today with that.
Absolutely. Obviously, the offensive line is such a huge importance to this team, with new guys all the way around, with Matt Ryan. Definitely don't want to bring him in and mess that up at any point. And then, of course, this team is built around the run, and we gotta have a good offensive line to get that run blocking in. So, that's very, very important. Is there anything else that you're looking at?
Always the receivers. I mean, we've seen last Saturday, these, Pittman and Strawn, these guys really stepped up and said, hey, coaches, we're going to complicate this for you. You know what? And I just want to keep having these guys keep performing at the level that they have been and make that a tough decision for Ballard and the rest.
Well, especially with Andrew Ogletree going down to injury early last week in practice, having these receivers steps up really kind of takes a lot of pressure off,
Yep.
Allows you to now go, okay, so we don't need to go out and get another tight end. Maybe we do have the talented receiver that we actually have been hoping that Chris Ballard and Frank Reich has been exemplifying this entire offseason.
Yeah, and the thing is you lose a big body to Andrew Ogletree, but like you say, you got Pittman and Strong. These guys are different position, but they still have that nice large target there. So Matt Ryan's not losing a lot as far as that goes.
Something else that I want to look at today is how are they going to now react to the fact that the first 2 preseason games, the run defense has not looked very good. I'm not even talking about spectacular like it was last year. I just wanted an average run defense, and we are giving up way too much on the ground. I want to see schematically, I want to see personally, defensive line, linebackers, safeties. I want to see them be able to stop the run today.
Yeah, and let's see what this D-line and this depth and stuff, if they can find a better way to, like you said, they're stopping the run on the way to the quarterback. Well, they're on the way to the quarterback, but they're not really stopping that run right now. So hopefully, like you said, with more reps and stuff, these guys can figure that out.
Hello, Mr. Butterfly.
Caught that out of the corner of my eye. I was like,
wow, there you go. Well, I'm keeping that in for sure. But yeah, so I'm wondering is it schematic, right? If it is schematic, then Gus Bradley and Nate Ollie and the linebackers coach, they need to get together to figure out what's going on here. If it's not schematic, if it's player problem, then we definitely got to figure something out here. So again, we just getting this started. Here at camp, we still got about an hour before it kicks off. You will be with us as we walk up like I did last time. It'll be a lot of fun. Until next time, until we get in there, stay tuned.
Don't forget, guys, if you are making camp tomorrow, it's about an hour and a half earlier than the rest of the month.
Awesome.
Before they're going to convert that over to someone else, right? And I was like, I bet Jelani Woods had to hold when he was playing quarterback. Let's have a 6'8" dude just out there.
Oh my goodness, that'd be awful.
If they bring in Ty Long, I mean, he was good for the Chargers. He could hold, he could kick off. I mean, I think Blankenship could handle kickoff duties, but it's not. It certainly doesn't hurt if the punter comes in and can kick off.
I really would rather not have to see kickoffs land at the 10-yard line every single week.
I don't know. He was dropping them 5 yards deep week 1 in the end zone.
Yeah, but there were still some even in the week 1 where he was getting dropped like the 15. There was 2 of them.
That might have been a. Well, I know that what's his name, the other one, he sucks. He couldn't get it in the end zone except once all preseason.
Has the job. Don't get me wrong. I just still think
I think his kicking power is much better.
I mean, it might be better. No. He still has limitations.
Say
Which is why if I can have someone else kick off, power to him.
I watched a bunch of TikToks like a follow golf instructor.
See, that might have been a situation where the coach was like, hey,
They can't help me what I'm doing wrong.
try to drop it here.
See, like,
You know, I don't know.
roster combos. Another reason why Aiden doesn't go wrong. Why is he? Yeah, but what's the point? If it's still questionable if Ellinger's going to be on the roster, he's definitely not. Right. So
Yeah.
what's the purpose?
Most definitely. Cone is the king of the mole pass. Huh?
You don't own a pair of shorts, do you?
I own 5. None of them fit me.
My fat ass would melt away to nothing if he had pants on.
Well, I grew up with no air conditioning, so I gotten used to.
Oh, I did too, but I just had it, and I don't want to give it up.
I'm going to get you down there. Yeah, I'm going.
Good. I'm going.
So where one go, boss?
Well, they got. What's going on, Matt? Who are you talking to today beforehand?
Rick.
Rick? Okay. Try to get myself a decent angle of that when you do.
What else you got on?
So I'm done. You could probably just leave now.
It's like my hat's got a 5 o'clock shadow.
It's only 11:30.
Do we have a punter here today?
Huh?
Do we have a punter here today?
We're going to ask you at some point. Media tryout. I would suggest you stretch.
Right.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to drop it here. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to get the setting so that I can adjust how this is angled to the right spot. There we go, that's about right, I guess. I can get this a little bit better. Huh?
Test 1, grab mic 2, grab 1.
No pads.
They were supposed to, yeah, they got pads. They said they were supposed to have pads on today.
Yeah.
But I don't, well, he's got pad on. Looks like from here. Not lower leg pads though. Yeah, that's weird. We were told pads. I see shoulder pads. But not lower leg pads. So they got their chest pads on, apparently.
Doesn't look like the O-line's got anything.
We were told that they were supposed to have pads on today, but that sure don't look like pads.
Unless you're talking about roads.
It might be invisible pads. Maybe this is some kind of new high ankle stuff.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Colts Camp. How we doing today? Let's watch some Colts football. It's great to have everybody here today. This is the second
to last day of practice. Tomorrow is it. Tomorrow's practice will start at 10. Friday is an off day for the Colts, a walkthrough day, and then they'll get ready to wrap up the preseason on Saturday at Lucas Oil Stadium against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm Matt Taylor. I'm the voice of the Colts. With me right now is Rick Venturi. Give it up for RV, former Colts and NFL coach. Rick, again, this is the second to last day, man. I feel like training camp has just gone by in a blink.
It really has, you know, and it's just always that way. We talk about it. Once you get started, there's so much anticipation going in, but once you get started, it just goes like that, and the season will go like that. I'm so looking forward to Saturday. You know, we talked at this time last week about how important last week was and how significant the whole week was. I think this Saturday, this game will be the most significant day of training camp. For our veterans and our starters, this is really a dress rehearsal for the Houston game, and it's really the final tune-up that you're going to play under live conditions.
Right.
And then for our younger guys, that second half is a desperate battle. It's a fight for their football life, really, a livelihood. You know, you and I have laughed, but I've always called it, the second half, I've always called it the Employment Bowl. And that's exactly what it is, because, you know, we're going to be trying to find up key backups. We're going to try to be filling out the roster. So a lot of these kids are really, it's their last shot to really show it to us.
All right, as you said, we're going to see the starters on Saturday for a full half. Colts will not be game planning necessarily for Tampa Bay, but how much of a barometer is that first half as in terms of being an indicator of maybe how the first part of the season is going to go?
Well, I think assuming that the Bucs play the majority of their starters, which I feel they will, it will be the #1 barometer. You know, I think the Detroit practices were a barometer. This will be equally as important, playing our regulars if coach decides to play them for a full half or whatever, because you just can't replace game speed unless you get into the action at game speed. Practice is fine, but you're not really finishing plays. So I think that 2 quarters will be so valuable. I think we're going to get out of there with a really good idea of where we are at this moment.
Indeed. All right, one more time for Rick Venturi. He's going to be on the TV broadcast on Saturday on Fox 59 and doing radio during the regular season. Appreciate you, Coach. Enjoy the day, man. Watch some good football. So glad to have everybody here today. We're going to practice from noon until 1:30. So a jam-packed day today. Again, second to last day. As you look out, if this is your first time here at Graham Park, one big piece of information that's going to help you today. As you look out, there's 2 different fields. You got a field to your left and a field to your right. We're going to call this field over here to the left, field 1. So that's the field to the north. So the field that I'm pointing at right here to my left, your left, that's field 1. Field 2 is over here to the right. The most action today is going to happen on field 1. So 7-on-7 and 11-on-11 periods, those are going to happen on field 1, or the field to the north. So anybody down here that hears that piece of information and you want to move, now's a good time to do it. So again, the primary field today is field 1. That's where 7-on-7 and 11-on-11, that's where that's going to happen today. Also, too, we ask you during those 7-on-7 and 11-on-11 periods, no cell phone video footage, no social media posts with cell phone video footage attached to it. We ask that out of schematic reasons, so we appreciate your understanding as far as that goes. Also, too, during practice, if we could stay off this front railing, we're doing a good job as far as that goes right now, but please don't lean, sit, or congregate in front of this front railing for safety purposes. So again, we're going to practice until 1:30 today. The offensive players are in white today. The defensive players, or excuse me, the defense is in white, I beg your pardon. The offense is in blue. And when we break up and go to individual periods, when the offense and defense break up, the offense is going to be on field 1 and the defense is going to be on field 2. So there's a quick rundown of what's going on today. We'll come back and tell you what's going on with the individual periods, what to expect when, timing-wise. but we're going to practice until 1:30. Another great day as far as weather. Second to last practice. Let's bring the juice. Let's go Colts. Welcome to Grant Park, everybody. Thank you for being here.
Awesome.
All right, Matt. All right, all right. I'll use one the rest of the day. Yeah. Good job. Good job.
Most of the practice on field 1 is what I heard.
Yes, sir.
That's all that matters to me. Got Denbo punting, believe it or not. Oh boy, that boy is high. What's going on? Gotcha, I thought, but all right, there we go. All right.
Yeah, we live in Marion.
Do you? Awesome. So you do watch my show. That's awesome.
It'll be the same question, worded differently. Or
well, that's coming right at me. That was not a good kick. That was number 46 who pumped that one. That's Luke Rhodes trying his shot at that. I guess that's not going to work out well. He's just, that's Hines out there returning them bad boys. Let me get this. All right, they're starting practice warm-ups over there. Hey guys, please smash that like button, hit subscribe if you're not subscribed, and tag that notification bell so that you're notified next time I go live. Don't forget, you can also share this video to your favorite social media, and please open up that description of the video. In there you find a link to my Patreon, which is only $5 a month. Get all of my content plus Patreon specific content, and of course my merch shop right here. Make sure to check out the Colts Law merch shop. The link is in the description of this video. There are a ton of high quality, reasonably priced items there that you can choose from, and all you got to do is just click one button and you can go and check out all these great merchandise items. Alright, so now I gotta kill the audio because they're getting ready to play some music, and obviously, as you know, we can't have that because I'll get slammed with copyright. You know this because of the other ones that you've watched, I am sure. So we're gonna sit here. I think they're gonna be doing a little bit of punting at the beginning. And that's a problem, okay? That's a little bit of a problem. I'm picking up and moving the camera so I can get a better vision. Now the punting part I can't watch. I don't know if that's starting out or not. Before training camp happened, they tried out 8 guys, okay? So, yeah, I'm kind of focusing in on the quarterback since they're doing punting stuff over there. But they tried out 8 guys, and one of them was Matt Hack, who they ended up hiring just later on after practice, actually. They might have hired him during practice because I did not see Chris Ballard on the field. Now, if you do, let me know. But I personally didn't see him, didn't catch my eye. Good Lord, Luke Rhodes is a monster for a long snap. I say that every time I see him, but he is. I mean, good. Especially when he's standing beside Blankenship, right? But, heck, the guy that just walked by looked a lot like Ballard, but it wasn't him. I'm still trying to find a better angle for these passes, get arounds. There's a whole bunch of training equipment right there next to me, so I'm trying to avoid all that stuff. But this is actually today's practice. The one right after the one I recorded here is actually indoors. It won't be outdoors. It's more about like a walkthrough than it is anything. This was the last one that I remember where they were going to do some heavy one-on-ones or team reps and stuff. So excuse me, I am drinking coffee while I'm doing my over recordings here. We can get a little bit of look out at the quarterbacks doing positional drills. Looks like they're working out on rollouts right now, it seems to me. Very impressed. Yeah, they're working on bootlegs. All right. Yep. I'm impressed with 3 of our quarterbacks. I think all 3 of them make it. Sorry, Jack. You're going to have, in my opinion, unless you show something this upcoming game against the Buccaneers on tape, you looked a little bit better than what you did week 1 and week 2, but still you're going to have a hard time, I think, in my opinion, finding a team. There is a possibility, a slim possibility, that he would get signed on the practice squad for the Colts. But if we're going to hold 3 quarterbacks on the roster, then I could legitimately see Sam Ellinger doing the practice squad stuff. So, even though he's still on the team, he'd be responsible for that kind of thing. Because, I mean, he's got, you want to practice against someone who's got mobility and stuff, basically, is what the practice squad are for guys that you're trying to specifically game plan against, that you don't have body type skill-wise that is currently on your roster. That's big. Plus, guys you think have a lot of potential, but, not quite where you feel good enough to actually put them on your 53-man roster yet, and you're trying to stash them, right? So, in all honesty, I don't think Cone is that guy, so I don't think we end up keeping him. You heard earlier where Denbo was punting, Luke Rhodes was punting. All right. Luke about hit me with a ball, as you saw earlier. It went right off the side of his foot. It was terrible. Denbo looked a little bit better, but it still wasn't nearly good enough to actually make the team. He was punting about 40, 45 yards. Decent height. Not a lot of pinpoint accuracy on where he's putting it on the field. And, obviously if it's 40, 45 yards, that's not enough to be an actual punter. So lucky for us that Matariza really showed out for Buffalo last week. And we're going to get someone who has potential in Matt Hack. He has an 81-yarder himself in his career, but he's not exactly, he's not shown consistency in the punting. You know, he's not like Rigo, right? Rigoberto Sanchez, where he's just consistently good on each and every punt. But having the potential is much better than not. So I think the Matt Hack signing was good. This is a very hot day. I did not wear my hat, as you saw in the intro. I did not wear my hat today. And there is very little cloud cover out there. And my forehead got burnt like crazy. You know, as you know, I got a widow's peak. And oh my gosh, it is like Red Lobster red. But, so, again, I paid a little bit, but it was way worth it for coming out here today. Shout out, obviously, to Loyalist for driving all the way out to Marion. Shout out to the Marion fans that were up in the stands. What's going on, man? Appreciate you guys watching my show and supporting me. But, all right. Looks like they're pulling some stuff around. Doing some more drills. Looks like they're doing stepping up in the pocket drills, possibly. But I think one of the first actual team practices that they do is the punting, which is why I'm focusing on this. Because, you know, obviously they needed to see if any of the guys that they had on their team was worth keeping. So, I don't know. Oh, yeah, this drill, I remember specifically, they would step out, and as they were running forward, the trainer would say left or right. And that's when they had to look left or right and hit their target, right, at the last second. You'll watch, as he steps forward, he'll look and then throw. Right before you see the quarterback look that direction, the trainer goes left. Or the trainer will go right. Yeah, see, he yelled right, and I went left. Now to my right, but his left. So, because you know, I didn't reverse the camera when he was screaming it. Obviously, I was going to where my look was at rather than his. Excuse me, I'm not a professional cameraman. All right. But it was interesting. Loyalist right now is actually on the other side of the field, field 2. I'm on field 1 because most of the practice is going to get together. Here's where all the guys are coming together now. Specifically, you see the red hats. That means that special teams. I can't actually record special teams. I actually did record a little bit, and I cut it out of this video. Okay, because obviously we can't have that. So I actually cut that out to, you know, I mean, I don't want to get in trouble with the Indianapolis Colts. I don't want them to pull my media privileges. So I didn't show that. Just showed them all getting up together and gathering together and stuff. So, what I ended up doing was I cut that out, and then I just focused on something completely different. This was a very good day, actually. Like I said, I'm over on field 1. Now, while I'm on field 1, Loyalist is on field 2, right? What's up, Reggie? Loyalist was over there on field 2, recording defensive line and linebacker drills, you know, while I was recording the offensive drills. So that's awesome. Great that I had him available. That means now at the end of this part, I'm going to drop Loyalist's coverage that he got over there on field 2 as well. So a little extra, right, for you guys. I think that's pretty freaking awesome. Now, obviously, we won't have this anymore. This is the last time we'll be able to do this year. There's Reggie pulling out the bag. But hopefully, if everything goes well, we'll be able to do this kind of stuff again next year, and maybe even have better options, right? Some more one-on-ones and stuff like that. We're expecting to get some one-on-ones. Yeah, there's the punting going on. What I did was I just focused the camera over here on the side because you can't actually watch the team setup, you know. They're talking about how they're lined up, the team is lined up, how they're driving, how they're, you know, the defense is, you know, different stuff that they're doing, the offense is different. You think special teams is special teams, right? No. Special teams is not just special teams. I mean, there's still scheming, game planning, you know, setting up different alignments, different positioning, all sorts of stuff out there. So, it's still something that you don't want the opposing team to be able to see. So the Colts are not letting that happen. I see the defensive linemen over there right now doing their drills. There's Reggie again. I'm going to widen out so you can see. What am I doing? There he goes. He's just grabbing that pad for wide receivers. Is he going to throw it on the ground or what? I apologize. My grandbaby is downstairs, and apparently his grandma's beating the snot out of him. No, I'm kidding. He's just upset about something. He probably wants to go outside and play, but Mama's not dressed for that. But all right, Lawrence, why don't we set up a little bit better? Oh yeah, they're still doing those punt return drills. That's why I got it set up way back like this, because there ain't a whole lot to put the camera on. Outside of that, looks like I'm gonna put it on the quarterbacks this time. See what they're doing a little bit more. Probably zoom in a little bit. Yeah, there you go. Get some more quarterback drills. Skipping the special teams drills here. I really hope the Colts figured out a way to stop the run. In the interview, I asked Gus Bradley. Actually, I didn't ask Gus Bradley. Someone else asked him. I had the same question in mind, but ended up asking him something different afterwards. But, you know, he said that the run defense is definitely something that they're looking into, and we're actually going to focus on today and tomorrow, right, on the field to try to get that corrected, because he didn't like the holes and stuff that was done in that. So they were actually working on. Later on in the video, I'll actually be talking about it when it comes to, you know, making the tackles and stuff and being out of position. So that'll be something good to look forward to. Looks like the quarterbacks are just talking. Oh, they're getting ready to get the snaps now. All right. Why don't they have some of the wide receivers doing this with them instead of trainers that are not doing special teams? Oh well. Oh, he didn't catch that football. And there's Cone throwing it a little bit deeper. Yeah. Let me know what you guys think of this, these training camp experience videos that I've been posting out in the comments. Since this is the last one, I've got 4 of them out there now, officially. 1 for each week of training camp. I'm just curious, give me your thoughts. You like what I'm doing? You like what you see? Do you want to see something a little bit different? Obviously, the film, there is things, obviously, I can't record, the 7-on-7s, 11-on-11s. But do you want me to focus more on offense from here on out? Do you want me to focus more on defense? I'm just curious, right? I need your input to help me make things more interesting for you. So, now they're working on handoffs with the running backs. And then the running backs take the handoff and then get hit by the poke out sticks. That's what I call them. See, he's just trying to hit the ball as they run past. I think those drills are done. Now that we got some wide receiver drills happening here, I'm getting ready to focus on this. I'm going to zoom out here in just a second. There we go. That way you can see a little bit more of this drill. Working on their cuts. Much better. And you know what I was noticing? Strawn is running these drills twice. When everybody else is running their drill once, he's running these drills twice, which is very, very interesting. He's trying to catch up, right? There's Michael. There's Pittman. Paris. Paris lit this practice up, dude. He had like 3 amazing catches in one drive. And he was just unstoppable. You could not stop him. It didn't matter. He did this one where he was able to, while the ball was in the air, he turned his hips and went the opposite direction of where the cornerback was. Like, he led the cornerback one way, which was not where the ball was going. And then as the cornerback started to look up, he turned his hips and went towards the ball, which then he was able to catch with a good 2 yards of separation. It was stupid good. It was something that you absolutely love to see from a guy with whom you have a lot of high hopes for on the season. Whether he stays healthy or not, that's something else. Little quick news about Kwity Paye. In case you didn't know, while this was going, during those drills, during the team drills, he banged his knees with another player. I saw it happen, and he that's all it was. They banged knees. It was not a ligament tear or anything like that. And after the MRI, they figured out it was just a bone bruise, a bad bone bruise, but, because a bone bruise is a bone bruise. But smacking knees is not a good thing, okay? So he'll probably be out a little while, not long, but long enough for that knee to get feeling a little bit better. I don't expect him to play this weekend. You don't want a guy out there, even, with the potential and the high hopes that you have for him. Even though this is dress rehearsal, I wouldn't think that you'd want to see him do that. So I really like where Strawn's sitting at right now. I think he will actually contribute a lot to this team. Wow, that was just pretty. I'm trying to get work the outside coverage so that they can get on the inside and get that little hitch.
I see him working a lot with those arm sticks, man. He really works a lot, Reggie does. I guess he likes them quite a bit. Which is good. I'm all for that, right? All for that. Every time you hear someone ask about Reggie and how he practices, it's always about, you know, he's focusing on things that wide receivers, know that they need to focus on. Whereas coaches who've never played before, they don't necessarily understand and see those things on the field as a, personally. So Reggie's working these guys on those specific things. And even Michael Pittman Jr. is like, this is awesome. This is something completely different. And he loves it. It's making him a better receiver. Talk to a lot of guys at training camp when I'm there. Get a lot of information. If you're watching this and you haven't checked it out, I do have the Jonathan Taylor and Michael Pittman Jr. interviews out on my channel. I posted yesterday. Those are not on Colts.com or Colts YouTube because they were taking place at the exact same time that the coordinators' interviews were going on. So I actually got all the video footage of both of them and posted it. So go check that out. Definitely, please. More one-on-ones, or not one-on-ones, but wide receiver quarterback drill. Working together. That's really nice. I actually like how crisp and sharp some of these receivers look on their cuts now. Much, much more than what I saw earlier in camp. Come on, Lawrence. No one needs to see Matt Ryan's butt. All right. There we go. It's kind of difficult to figure out who I'm going to go to with the target because you got left and right side of the field. So he caught me in an indecisive mood at this point. And then you got the running backs now crossing the field. And they're getting ready to work, as you can see. They're getting ready to work with these guys because Cone and Ellinger are throwing to the tight ends right now. I think they're getting ready to throw to the running backs now. Yes. There's JT. He is such a great interview as well, very well spoken, knowledgeable, always says the right things. That was a good catch. That was high and way outside. He stretched out there to catch that. That was a good cut by Lindsey. I didn't like that cut. That looked like, I don't know. Hines looking to the left before he cut inside. They're all doing that. Trying to draw the coverage away from him. Yeah, they told us that there was going to be pads today. We asked in the media room, hey, is there going to be pads today? And then she texted and then come back and said, yes, they're supposed to have pads today. No, they didn't have pads today. So come on now. It'd be nice if we got some information that was correct occasionally. I mean, we did get the correct information on the who was going to be out there for, the post-practice press conference. But, we did not get the correct information that they were going to all happen at the same time. Actually, yes, we did. They did tell us that, and that's where I was like, ooh, that's a good idea. And that's why I told Chuck that he can record one while I'm recording another, and we can get, most of them. How are you guys doing today on this beautiful Thursday? Having a lot of fun actually voicing over this stuff. I enjoy doing this because a lot of times while I'm sitting here recording this, I don't actually get to watch as much and break down what's going on because I have to focus on where the camera's going and stuff like that. So I don't get to get the details of it the way I do when I'm voicing over and watching the film and talking at the same time. Alright, I don't know which drill we're doing now. Or if this is... No, this has got to be near the end of this drill because we're already 45 minutes in. So there's a good possibility that we're going to end up cutting over to the defensive side of the field with Chuck pretty soon. Ah, it's the sky. Ah. I think I was trying to get a better angle. Yeah, I'm moving because of a better angle. That's what I'm doing. Trying to get a better angle. Got more cloud cover rolled in, I see, now. What's up, bro? Looks like we got some one-on-ones going on here. See, I don't even remember recording one-on-ones. That tells you I don't get to think about stuff a whole lot while I'm recording. There's Jacobson going up against Cross. He was able to get his hands in there and knock that ball out against Jacobs. Working with the tight ends, apparently. I'm getting up and moving again because the angle's not that great. Too many people in the way, really. So I'm missing quite a bit. I didn't get a good spot with my camera. It's making me dizzy. I'm going to fall down watching this. This is terrible footage. Sorry. Oh, my goodness. You seen that? Now he got in. Touchdown. Gilmore thought he landed out of bounds, but nope. You just got schooled by Pittman. That's a good thing, right? When your young guys are schooling your vets, and you know your vets are really good. Mo Alley Cox, and that was an interception by Julian Blackman. That's right, back corner of the end zone against Mo Alley Cox. He just reached up one-handed, tipped that ball, brought it back to himself with an end zone interception. On his birthday, nonetheless. On his birthday. Wow. That ball wasn't thrown very well, was it? Oh, well. Yeah, you can hear my grandbaby crying. He dropped something. Sorry. But my studio is in my house, so now we got guys rolling around here. Now we're on the defensive side of the field. All right, this is what Loyalist was able to capture. He wasn't able to capture a whole lot. This is something the defensive backs do. Their drills where they're pretending to cover, turn around, get the interception. That's what they're doing. Something that they do a lot of. I see it almost every practice when I'm over on the defensive side, but I'm not on the defensive side a whole lot. Here they are working on, loose ball drills in the background over there. Yes, defensive backs work on getting, you know, interceptions, which is amazing. They actually try that. There we are, looking at a little bit of pass rush. When defensive linemen have to work on pass rush against themselves, there he's working on double teams, which is kind of difficult. It's not the same as working against offensive linemen, because I'm sorry, defensive linemen don't have the same technique and knowledge of blocking as a defensive lineman does. Even though they work against it every day, you know, you're not going to see them having that kind of stuff. It's just like, you know, flipping it. I don't understand why they don't flip it with the defensive linemen on the left side. The offensive linemen are way over there on the right. Why don't they get together and work on that stuff themselves together? Because you see them working on pass blocking and stuff. Working on the bags and the arms. Good Lord. DeForest just demolished that. Quiddy just demolished that. I'd be surprised if Ben makes the 53. Ben Banagoo. Or Bonogo. However you want to pronounce it. Huh. Yannick don't even have his helmet on. What's up with that, dude? That's interesting. Is he not practicing? Very odd. Shout out to Loyalist for getting this coverage for us, with them working on their position drills. That looked actually really good. That arm swipe was strong. There's Grover Stewart, number 90, who Gus Bradley had a lot of kind words for him. Said he's the most surprising thing that he has came across since he's been here with the Colts, was Grover Stewart. That was the question I asked Gus Bradley. That's awesome. Well, we're coming up near the end. We got about a minute left. Guys, please don't forget to smash that like button. Hit subscribe if you're not subscribed. And tag that notification bell so that you're notified next time we go live or upload a video. Also, please don't forget, there's a lot of links in the description, especially a donation link. You're welcome to use that as well to help us create more content, keep us going, maybe get better equipment. And then, of course, if anything, there's that thanks button for YouTube, which you can always use as well. Appreciate each and every one of you. It's guys, it's people like you that keep us going and make us want to do what we do. You know, get out here and bring this content for you. So thank you so much for everything that you do. And watching, because it's so important to us. And until next time, I'm Lawrence Owen. That was Loyalist earlier. And as usual, have a good one.